Prabha, Seher, Sanover, are you able to hear me? Please respond. Okay. So how you people are doing today? How was your weekend? Now, I have some vocabulary to teach, new vocabulary to teach, followed by some exercises. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. I'm quite fine now. Okay, I just have little cold and cough. Otherwise, I'm fine. Okay. Thanks for the concern, Prabha. Now, so we were doing one document on Friday, right? So would you like to continue with those exercises? The one in which we were seeing pictures and we were taking out false, okay? Or you want to continue with the fresh vocabulary? Please let me know in the chat box. You want to go with the fresh vocabulary or you want to continue with the exercises we were doing that day? Prabha, Seher and Sanobar, just let me know quickly so that we can move ahead with it. Yeah, please let me know. Okay, let's continue with the vocabulary and then we're going to switch over with the exercises. To the exercises. So first we'll continue with the vocabulary. Once we are done with this, then we are going to switch over to the exercises. Okay. Yeah, good evening, George. How are you? Okay. So today we are going to do, expressions, or we can say idioms, which are frequently used in the business world. Okay. So rather than doing simple idioms, which we have done earlier, this would be like, this is more used in a business world. Okay. So please pay heed to the board. Okay, I hope you are able to see the board properly. George, Sanobar, Seher and Prabha. Now, at a premium, you're often going to hear this idiom in business world. Now, what does that mean? All the idioms which are listed here are from business world. Okay. At a high price, at a relatively high price. When flat screen television first came out, they were selling at a premium. So if something is selling at a premium price, okay, that means it is being sold at a high price. So something, when it is being launched, they are being sold at a relatively high price, that is at a premium price. Fine. Hi Sheikh, how are you? I guess this is your first class, right? Sheikh, is this your first class? Yeah. Okay, so welcome to the class. Okay, and if at any point of time you are not able to follow anything, please let me know in the chat box, or you can even raise your hand. And please be regular in class, otherwise your grade will be affected. Fine. Okay. Now, and you can ask me as many number of times as you want. If you are not able to follow anything, I don't mind it at all. Okay. Now, back of the envelope calculation, you are going to encounter this expression in the business world. What does that mean? Back of the envelope calculation, quick calculations. Okay. Estimates, usually using approximate numbers instead of exact numbers. Okay. So back of the envelope calculations means estimates using approximate numbers, not appropriate values. Fine. Is it clear, everyone? Alright. I don't need the exact numbers right now. Just give me some back of the envelope calculations. Belt tightening, reduction of expenses. So when worldwide demand for software decreased, Microsoft had to do some belt tightening. Okay, so most of the companies which are running in loss, they have to do belt tightening, right? In order to survive, right? Okay. Now, bite the bullet, to make a difficult or painful decision. So bite the bullet means to take a very, very painful decision, to take a difficult step. When the demand was down, US automakers has to bite the bullet and cut jobs. Fine. Bitter pill to swallow. Bad news, something unpleasant to accept. After Gina spent her whole summer working as an intern for American Express, failing to get a full-time job offer from the company was a bitter pill to swallow. That means something which is unpleasant to accept. Fine. Blockbuster. This you have heard in the movie world too. I mean Bollywood, Hollywood. Okay, if some film is a blockbuster, that means it is a huge success, right? Eli Lilly made a lot of money with prescription drug Prozac. It was a real blockbuster. Clear? Brownie points. You might have heard this word, this expression in your office, right? Brownie points. You're going to get brownie points. What is that? Credit for doing a good deed or for giving someone a compliment, usually a boss or teacher. Okay? So if you are buttering your boss, you are to get brownie points. You can expect to get brownie points, right? Sarah scored brownie points with her boss by volunteering to organize the company holidays party. Most of the people, they want to get brownie points from their superiors, right? Cash cow. Have you ever heard this term before? Anyone out there? Cash cow. Prabha has heard it. Okay, let me tell you. A product, service or business division that generates a lot of cash for the company without requiring much investment. So the division of the company which generates a lot of cash for the company, where you need not to put a lot of investment. Can you give me an example of a cash cow department in your company? Anyone out there? Which generates a lot of revenues, but the company which generates a lot of revenues for the company, but the company need not to put a lot of money in that. Which is that department? Give me an example. Can you think of one department in any company which would be a cash cow? Service. How about outsourcing department? Okay, no. Great. Cash in on, to make money on, to benefit financially from. Yeah. Jamie Oliver, star of the TV show The Naked Chef, cashed in on his popularity by writing cookbooks and opening restaurants. So see, if what this advertisement companies do, they try to make money by making stars, by hiring stars for their advertisements, right? So they cash it on their popularity. They cash on the popularity of the stars or cricket people from the cricket world. Climb the corporate ladder. Advance in one's career. The process of getting promoted and making it to the senior management. You want to climb the corporate ladder. It helps to be productive and to look good in the front of your boss. Is it clear? Is it clear, Sheikh? Are you able to follow me? How about others? George, Sanobar, Seher? Now, to compare apples to oranges, what does that mean? To compare two unlike things, to make an invalid comparison. Comparing a night food at Econo Lodge with a night at Four Seasons is like comparing apples to orange. One is a budget motel and other is a luxury hotel. So if you are comparing apples to oranges, that means you are making an invalid comparison. This should not be done. This should not be made. Right? If I'll start comparing my beauty with that of, Aishwarya Rai, it would be like comparing apples to oranges, right? Now, crunch time. What is that? A short period when there is a high pressure to achieve a result. It's crunch time for stem cell researchers in Korea. Now, new government regulations may soon make their work illegal. Really? You haven't seen me, but how can you make that remark? This is so funny. Okay, in terms of being a tutor, that is correct. That can be correct, but she's very, very beautiful. She is the world's most beautiful woman. Now, dog eat dog world. Okay, a cruel and aggressive world in which people just look out for themselves. So it's like dog eat. Nowadays it's dog eat and dog world. like everybody is focused on their own benefits, right? So it's like dog eat dog world. Okay, it means a cruel and aggressive world in which people just look for themselves, right? Yeah, everyone is of that kind, whether it's in your family, even in family also this kind of scenario persists, right? It's like dog eat dog world. Your company fired you shortly after you had a heart attack. Well, it's certainly a dog eat dog world. So selfish, everyone is selfish. Now what you have to do? Some few more people have joined the class. Hi Elaine, how are you? Now, okay, so today we are doing some business class idioms and expressions, okay, solely based on the business world, okay. So we have done these. Let's do few exercises and then we are going to switch back to that. Fine, everyone? So this we have already done. Now, what you have to do, I'll tell you. Now, scenarios. Let's do some scenarios. Scenario A. A big box foods. Kevin works in a warehouse. He's 17 years old. One day when he was loading 40 pounds boxes onto a wooden pallet, he suddenly felt a sharp pain in his lower back. He had to stay out of work for a week to recover and his back still hurts sometimes. He is worried after re-injuring his back and tries to be careful, but he wants to find out more about safe lifting and other ways to prevent back injuries. So this is a scenario, you have to give your own suggestions. So for these two scenarios, you have to give the suggestion. Is it clear how you must be knowing how to solve scenario questions, right? Right, everyone? So please write the answers for these two. Just read it carefully. It's a kind of a case study kind of a thing. Okay. Scenario based question and you have to give your suggestions, whatever is being asked for in the question. Yeah. So just solve these two questions, scenario A and B. Yeah, good evening Sunil, how are you? It's okay. So we were doing some business class idioms. In between I have given them two scenario questions. A and B, you have to read it and then you have to suggest whatever is being asked for in the question. Sheikh, you have to write the answers to these two scenario based questions in the chat box itself. Is it clear, Sunil and Sheikh? Yeah, so please do these two questions. Yeah, please solve it. I hope everyone is solving the two questions, the ones which are there on the board. Okay, let me check what you have written. Prabha has written it. Prabha, solve the next one too. Okay, fine. Prabha, please solve the second one too. How about others? Please show me the answer. Prabha, are you solving the second one? How about others? Sanobar, Seher, Sheikh, Asya, Sunil. Okay, cool. And how about the second one? Sheikh, are you solving it? Please show me your answer. Sheikh, I cannot see your answer. Are you typing the answer or not? I'm sorry. Okay, fine, Alai. Fine, cool. How about others? I cannot see your answer. Sunil, please post your answer. Sheikh, please post your answer. Hi, Mohammed. How are you? Now, you have to do scenario 3 and 4 and then we'll switch over to the vocabulary portion. Fine? Is it clear, everyone? Mohammed Shehbaz, come. Kindly solve scenario C and D. Scenario C, let me read it for you. Jessica has summer job working for the City Parks program. She has been using a cleaner called Graffiti Gone to remove graffiti from the bathroom. She has to take a lot of breaks because the chemical makes her throat burn. Okay, it also makes her feel dizzy sometimes, especially when the bathroom do not have very many windows. Fine, Sunil. Do this. Now you have to do C and D. On the label, she sees that the cleaner has methylene chloride in it. She feels like she is managing to get the work done, but she is worried about feeling dizzy. She wants to find out more about this chemical, what harm it can cause, and whether there are safer ways to do this work or not. Okay? So come on, solve this. It's fine, Sunil. Solve C and D. Prabha, Sunil, Elaine, please solve C and D. Sheikh Mohammed, why are you not responding? Please respond in the chat box. Okay, fine, fine. Just do C and D fast. We have to complete lot many things. Please finish it. Next one, please. That's very good. Very good reply. If you are not able to understand how you need to solve it, please read Alliance reply. Prabha has also written it beautifully. So please check that. Very good. Yeah, just do the next one and then we'll switch over to the business class vocabulary. Fine, Sheikh. Cool. Please switch over to the next one. Kindly solve the next one. let's switch back to what we were doing. Fine. Okay, because we have a lot to cover. Okay, all right, so please pay heed to the board. Good, very good. Now, to dot your I's and cross your T's, what does that mean? Okay, it's solely a business class idiom. Okay, these idioms which are listed here. Okay, so please pay heed to it. To be very careful, to pay attention to details when preparing financial statements. Okay, fine, moment, it's good. It's good, Sheikh. When preparing financial statements, accuracy is very important. Be sure to dot your I's and cross your T's. Fine, is it clear? Okay, cool. Now let's proceed ahead. Okay, to drum up business, to create business, to find new customers. Sales have been very slow lately. Do you have ideas for drumming up business? Okay, to face the music. Okay, to admit that. Okay, to drum up business means to find new customers. Fine. Okay, is it clear? Alright. To face the music, to admit that there is a problem, to deal with an unpleasant situation realistically. Okay, so this is very important. You can even use it in your day-to-day life. That is to face the music. It means see, unpleasant situation, you cannot rule out the possibility of unpleasant situation in your life, but you have to deal with it realistically. So it's like facing the music. Fine. Enron executives finally had to face the music and admit that they were involved in some illegal activity. To fast track a project, to make a project a high priority, to speed up the time frame of a project. Fine. Let's fast track this project. We have heard rumors that our competitors are developing similar products. How to make scent? What is that, Prabha? I didn't get you. Okay, now to generate lot of buzz. Prabha, please post your queries in the chat box. I'm not getting it. Okay, face the music. Okay. To generate lot of buzz, to cause many people to start talking about a product or service, usually in a positive way, to increase sales. So to generate lot of buzz about a movie, what movie stars do? Can you tell me? To generate lot of buzz about the movie before it is being launched, what does stars do? They will come in certain shows and they will talk about their movie. Okay, and okay, sure. So what does stars do before the release of the film to generate lot of buzz about the film? What do they do? I have seen they go to certain shows and they will act there. They will like interact with the common public. Yes, they go to programs and all. They'll meet the common public. They'll do whatever the common public will ask them to do. So this is how they generate a lot of buzz, right? Buzz is a popular word for attention. Generate a lot of buzz, to cause many people to start talking about a product or service, usually in a positive way that increases sales. Procter & Gamble generated a lot of buzz for its new toothpaste by giving away free samples to people on the streets of New York City. This is what people do, right? They will give free samples. Okay, like you might have seen, if some new cosmetic is being launched, they will give the sachet of that free along with any other material, right? Because they know that if people will like the small packet of it, they are going to buy the whole lot of it, right? And these cosmetics have certain things in them which makes your skin addicted to that. So if you won't use it, you will feel bad, right? Right, and that's the reason why we get addicted to products. Suppose I'm using certain cream, and if I'm not using it, my face will start acting in an abrupt manner, right? So I will be forced to buy it again. because skin gets addicted to that. To have a lot of, and even our mind gets addicted to that. It's more of a mind getting addicted to that. Even if it is not, suppose I have stopped using a product which I was using from past, suppose 2 years. Okay, I will feel again and again, okay, yes, in my mind that, oh, I'm not looking good without it. I might be looking very good without it, but I will have that misconception that I'm not looking good without it, right? So this is another reason, psychological reason why we buy same products again and again. Yeah, it's true, especially in case of cosmetics. To have a lot on one's plate, to have a lot to do, to have much to do, to have too much to cope up with. Carlos turned down the project explaining that he already had a lot on his plate. Fine. The hard shell, an aggressive way of selling. Car salesmen are famous for using the hard shell on their customers. And the opposite of this hard shell is soft shell, which is a sales technique using little or no pressure. Correct? Right? Is it clear? How about others? Now, to jump the gun, to start doing something too soon or ahead of everyone else. The company jumped the gun by releasing a new product before the results of the consumer testing were in. Okay? So to jump the gun means to start something too soon, before everyone else does, so that you can be ahead of them. Fine? Now, we will do this later on. Let's switch over to the next part. Okay? Otherwise, it will be monotonous. Right? So I'm going to switch over to the next section, which will have something else. We will switch back to this idiom thing later on. Now, how do you read this word? How do you pronounce this word? Anyone? Is it homonyms? Is it correct? If I say homonyms, is it correct? How do you pronounce it? Homonyms. So what is homonyms or homonyms? Which is the correct pronunciation? Just click on this. Yes, nym is the correct pronunciation. Homonym. Just click on this and see how it is being pronounced. Homonym, right? Did you see the pronunciation? Did you see how it is being pronounced? Good. Now, accept and accept. So homonym are words that are pronounced in the same way. Accept, accept, right? And maybe spelled in the same way but differ in meaning. Okay? So accept is, if I accept your invitation, that means to agree to something. I accept your proposal. Accept, that means everything but not that specific thing. I have read every one of Stephen King books except Misery. I have read, not ready. Is it clear? Ad. Ad means it's the short form of advertisement. Did you see the ad on television for the news wafer? Add. Add means to join, right? Please add the numbers in this column together. Clear? Yes, R and R. Aid. Aid means to help. And AIDE, that means a helper. Clear? Okay, so aid. Joe traveled to Sri Lanka after the tsunami to aid in the relief efforts. Aid, a helper. Thanks to the volunteer aid, the relief effort was successful. Ail, to have pain. Suzanne's back is ailing her, so she won't be in today. ALE is a beer. Let's go to the bar and get a couple of pints of ale. Air, the colorless, odorless stuff we breathe. And hair is like someone who inherits, right? Allowed is permitted, and allowed is with the use of voice, right? Alright, now that day we were doing about capitals, right? So let's complete this. Rules of capitalization. The first word of the sentence is always a capital, right? How many hours did you study last night? Yeah, right? Name of the individuals like Abraham Lincoln, Bill Gates, it will be in capital. Name of the countries, cities, towns, roads, and unique landmarks are in capital, right? Name of the geographies when they stand alone or refer to a specific geographic area, like Northeast, the Midwest. The pronoun I is always in capital, right? Titles only when they come before name. So if the title is coming before name, it would be in capital, like Aunt Sophie, President Bush, Dr. Smith. Days of the week and months is obviously in capital. Name of the holidays is also in capital, and religion and their followers are also in capital. Okay. Historical periods and events like the Dark Ages, the Vietnam War is in capital. Name of languages. Okay. Now, let's talk about grades received in school is also in capital. Okay. And when do we use lowercase? Use lowercase for seasons. Lowercase letters, that is small letters, are used for seasons. Fine. Is it clear? Okay. Classes and courses unless you are referring to the exact title. Okay. I am taking physics. Students classification. She is a sophomore, he is a senior. When a title is being used alone, then in that case it would be in small. Yeah, okay. That would be in small letters. She was promoted to vice president. The president of or our university will speak tomorrow. Clear? Is it clear? Now, I have already taught you these homonyms. Okay. Now what you have to do? You have to use 8 of them in one paragraph. Sophomore is an American word. Okay. That has to do with academics. In United States, sophomore is a student in the second year of a study at high school or university. Fine? Second year student. Okay. So just use 8 words out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 words here. Okay. And then you have to make one paragraph. Is it clear? In the form of a story. Is it clear, everyone? Alright, please do it. I hope it is clear to everyone. If it is not clear, please let me know in the chat box itself. You can ask me again if you haven't followed. See, Elaine, choose 8 words, okay? Like you have chosen, suppose, accept, add, aid, allowed, 8 words in total. And then make one paragraph in which you have to use these 8 words, like she accepted my everyone accepted my invitation except Lucy or Rosie, okay? So after adding I have altogether, after adding everything, I will have to spend all together this much money, like that, something of that kind, in the form of a story. Is it clear? Is it clear, Elaine? How about others? that. Prabha, Sanobar, Sheikh, Asya, Elan, Sunil, Seher, and Mohammed. Please write it fast. You have just, you just have 4 minutes for the same. Please finish it in 4 minutes. Fine. Cool. Let's proceed ahead. That's good. So similarly, beer. Okay, there are 4 out of of this kind: beer, bear, and bear again. So bear is an omnivorous mammal, right? Bear is an animal, right? And bear means to carry, to support, to tolerate, right? Okay. Okay. Bare, to uncover, to expose. And bare also means completely undressed, free of leaves. In the winter, all the trees on our lawn are bare. Clear? Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Been. Been means past tense of was. Where have you been all my life? Bin. Bin is a container for storage, laundry or trash. Please put all your old toys in a bin and put them in the basement. Okay. Berry. Berry is a fruit. Right? Raspberry, blueberry. Okay. Bury means to place a dead body underground. Right? Okay. Now, let's proceed ahead. We'll come to it. Just a second. So we have many of this kind. Let's proceed ahead. Okay, let me put this on the board. Just a second. So this is homonym. This is the concept of homonym. Okay. Now, there are certain idioms you are going to get in news. Okay. You will often, whenever you will hear the news, yes, you are going to come across those idioms. So let me teach you some idioms which you often come across in news. Okay. So the first one is, I'll tell you. This is like from A to Z. Okay. Have you ever heard this before? Okay. To miss out, to miss an opportunity. It means to miss an opportunity. Okay. To miss out, that means to miss an opportunity. To go to great lengths means to do a lot to achieve a certain goal. And fuddy-duddy means out of fashion. If I say someone is a fuddy-duddy, what does that mean? They are out of fashion, old-fashioned, and they don't want to change as well. Okay. So what does fuddy-duddy mean? Someone who is old-fashioned, okay, and who doesn't want to change. Out of fashion, not modern, and old-fashioned person who doesn't want to change. Is it clear? So in this, in this news headline, you are going to find these three idioms. That is, many older tech investors eager not to miss out are going to great lengths to shed fuddy-duddy images and ingratiate themselves with the younger generation. So miss out means to miss an opportunity. To go to great lengths means to achieve a lot, to stretch yourself, up to beyond a certain level to achieve something. Okay. Sometimes, in order to achieve goals, what we do? We stretch ourselves beyond our strength, right? And if someone is a fuddy-duddy, then of course, they are old-fashioned. It's all they are themselves old-fashioned and they don't want to change as well. Clear? Is it clear, everyone? So have you ever heard this fuddy-duddy thing before? Ever? Anyone? I guess this is totally new. Elian has heard it. Okay, you haven't heard, but how do you know it then? But how do you know it, Elian, if you haven't heard about it earlier? Okay, cool. As she pushed her shopping cart down an alley of the super stop and shop near the hometown of Warren, R.I. recently Mrs. Okay. Cabrera, a retired school teacher, offered her thoughts on why she stirs clear of high fructose corn syrup. Okay. So stir clear of something means to avoid something, to stay away from something. Okay. Okay. No one, okay. So to steer clear of something means to stay away of something. Okay. So Mrs. Cabrera, a retired school teacher, offered her thoughts on why she stirs clear of high fructose corn syrup. It has been linked to obesity and it's not just something that's natural or good for you. Clear? To stir clear of something means to avoid something. Like Tropicana juices, we should stir away from, we should stir clear of them, because they are not worth it, because they have got high contents of sugar in that, right? So we should stir clear of Tropicana juices, because it's not at all healthy, right? It has got too much added flavors and sugar, so it will spoil your health. Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone? Sunil is writing it, others are staying mum. They are not speaking anything. Okay, so we are going to continue with this in tomorrow's class. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, if you have something to ask, if you have something to say, if you want to suggest something, please do let me know here. Do you have something to ask? Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Okay, at the same time, don't forget to fill the feedback form. Rashid, you have joined at the last moment and you are saying thank you. You haven't followed anything. Anyways, from tomorrow onwards, please be, on time. Okay. Joining at the last minute won't help. You will be marked as absent because you have joined late. At the last moment. Okay, from tomorrow, please be on time if you want to. Okay, and don't forget to fill the feedback form. It's okay, I was just joking. Okay, so Rashid, please be on time from tomorrow. Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.